I've been on this shit my whole life. I want you, better not try to play goddamn night.
What's that again, Ed?
All right. I think we got everybody back. We're going to roll into the next set from our community listening session. I mean, we've been really fortunate to get some insight behind the music, behind some of the creative process. Special thanks again to Josh presenting the Lionhearted Project. It's available tonight. And Grant with the Cream City Project. That's available for free. You definitely need to get with both of those artists and see how you can support them further. See how you can get with them in their next live shows and the gigs and events and things like that. And if you haven't already, I heard a couple people asking questions about True School. Some of you are your first time here. If you want to learn more about the organization, ask myself, ask Gene, Shalina, one of the other team members you see running around here. And there's some flyers that has the fall enrollment information for you as well that you can take a picture of. You can share it on social media. You can share it so you can spread the good word about something positive for young people. That's free. It's a free after school program. You get access to studio equipment, hardware, software, all kind of art supplies, all kind of lessons and education at no cost. Only cost is their commitment.
When's the open house?
The open house is October 9th, 12 noon, October 9th. So you can come and get a tour of the space. You get to meet the whole team, learn in depth about what the classes are about. Is that 5 o'clock?
To 8.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I was at noon. Our orientation is at noon.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Our open house starts at 5 p.m. on the 9th. We still got some people in the front because I can hear them. I need them to come back here. Can you grab for me, Ed? Thank you. Because they can't miss this, I'm just saying. It's out right now. Just went up live right now, tonight.
Hey,
Right,
hey,
give it up. Just went up. You got the Young 23 plays right quick. Just went up, you know what I'm saying? In 20 minutes, you know what I'm saying? Yes, sir. So again, you know, you see the SoundClouds up here. We're pulling up for a reason because we want you all to, you know, whip out your phones, find each artist on these platforms, push that subscribe button, push that follow button, push that share button, all of that good stuff. Make sure you tapped in with all of the artists. Our next featured guest is no stranger to most of you.
Gene, right? Gene with the sauce.
Genius, you know, and that's one thing I want y'all to know too. You know, this is not a library, this is not a coffee shop. It's True School.
Shout.
Y'all can have fun here. Y'all can talk. Y'all can give us some energy, give us some love.
You don't even gotta sit down.
Right. Y'all can get up and dance if y'all hearing it. This real.
Yes.
Is that on somebody's phone?
Yes.
So what?
Fuck out of here.
So what's next is very special because this young man here, as I've been communicating, you know, with the rest of the young men that came up before, super proud of Gene and the growth and development that he's progressed into as a young man. Not only just an artist, but just a young man. Period. It's one thing to be, you know, creative and an artist and have gifts and skills and present them. But then it's another thing to mature, and as you maturing as a person, your art and your skill level matures, your leadership matures, your interest level and focus matures. And so this project to me is even significant because I know Gene been waiting to drop this for a long time. Not waiting, but kind of like looking forward to that moment where he can drop some new, fresh, updated material, a collective body of material. And this is just a setup for something else. So that's the other part that's exciting about it. This is a mixtape, again, released tonight. You all be the first to hear any of this music. You all be the first to give privilege to to be a part of this experience. So we appreciate y'all for being here. We appreciate y'all for supporting these young, phenomenal artists, lyricists, independent entrepreneurs. It's really incredibly important. So give yourselves a round of applause before we start this off. So literally, we want to inspire, and we want the next set of True School alumni and True School artists to have this kind of situation. We want to grow, we want to get bigger and better at being able to present this content, this media, that our alumni work hard on this. You know what I mean? They work hard, they dedicated to their craft, and they don't take it lightly, and we don't take it lightly at all. So, Genius, introduce yourself to the people who may not know. How did you find True School? Give them the backstory. You like one of the young faces of True School right now. People think of True School, they think of your dreads. Feel me? Facts. So let me just, for some of y'all who may not know, you may see Gene running around doing a lot of things for the organization and the community. How did you even get involved with True School? What was your first impression of True School? And then we'll speed up to the now.
Alright, so peace everybody. Thanks y'all for coming out. This means a lot. Like Fidel said, I've been waiting to drop this project for a while now, and I'm excited to drop it. And everybody here who's with us today can actually experience this with us before anybody else can, you know, see me perform or anything like that. So I'm DJ The Jenius. It's a long name, so I go by DJ The Jenius. I took the dots out of my name. Yeah, not too long ago actually.
After much debate.
Yeah, I had to debate about that really, because the dots did symbolize, you know, the difference of being a DJ versus me being DJ Gene. And then I started off as Gene The Gene, which is, you know, the second part of DJ Gene The Jenius, you know, but I just decided, you know, I'm gonna take some ownership over my first name, throw it in there, DJ The Jenius, smash it all together, no dots. Simple for Instagram and all that. So follow me at DJ The Jenius. I'm 23 years old, got involved at True School after getting kicked out of high school. I got kicked out of high school, went to Bradley Tech. I didn't meet Ed though at Bradley Tech, but you know, full circle, I ended up meeting Ed from Bradley Tech. I left, no, I didn't leave Tech. When I was at Tech, I was into graffiti a lot. You know, like this type of stuff you see around here. That purple painting right there is actually mine. And yeah, I got an opportunity to use my art for something different, right? I was at a lunch table drawing in my black book, and somebody else was drawing in their black book down the table, and a violent free zone officer came up to him, and he was like, yo, I know where you can go and do that graffiti and, you know, maybe, you know, make a difference with it. So I was like, I was ear hustling that from like all the way down the table. So I slid down my book, my markers. Like, I draw better than him. Like, what's up? Like, can I go too? Low key trying to stunt, but you know, I was like trying to take advantage of this opportunity as well. So I came to True School on a Wednesday. They had no creative classes going on. They were like gardening. And, you know, that didn't change nothing, because when I walked into True School, I seen exactly what y'all see behind y'all right now. The art pieces is like exactly what I walked into. My eyes went wide, you know what I'm saying? And after that, you know, the rest is history. But I did go in as a graffiti artist, and I seen the studio. I was like, yo, I gotta get in that studio. So I started recording and writing music. I tried to learn how to break dance. That didn't work out too well. I sprained both my ankles. At the same time. At the same, you know, in 2 days following each other. But besides that, hip hop has really changed my life. Since getting kicked out of high school, I really found my purpose, you know, in finding True School and in all the skills that I learned through hip hop.
So that's right. Give it up for Gene. So not only, you know, Gene just told you guys his entry point into True School, and Gene aged out and became an intern at True School, was able to give back and get paid as an intern, helping other young artists and other young creatives get acclimated to the program and finish their projects, etc. And then Gene stepped up to become assistant teacher in the DJ class. And now Gene is the instructor in the DJ class. So give it up again, Gene. And that's significant, you know. That's significant. Keep the horns coming. That's significant because, you know, to have a student go through that cycle and then they become the teacher, he gets to inspire the 14, 15-year-old him that walked through these doors, that was kind of clueless and maybe looking for a path. Now he gets to help other young people that are doing the same thing where he was. And maybe they are lost and kind of, you know, shuffling through troubles out in the world, or maybe they just have been referred here by somebody else who knew that it was going to be a great program. But Gene is able to now step into a leadership role. So we're super proud again to be able to present this project, because Gene does a lot for the organization, but then at the same time, he's doing a lot on his own as an independent artist. So let's intro this project. What is this about? What is 1-800-CASH now? Do they still have 1-800 numbers? Do people still use them? I don't either. So, question. What about 1-900 numbers? Who knows about those? Who remember those? You know what? Y'all too young. All right. So, you do? For work? 1-800 number? All right. So, what is 1-800-CASH now? And if I call it, what will happen?
If you call 1-800-CASH now, your phone will click, because there's no such thing as 1-800-CASH now. But if you Google 1-800-CASH now, it'll give you the SoundCloud link. 1-800-CASH now is just something that came up. Honestly, all these songs on this mixtape were created overnight. I was, just jamming, and all the production is off YouTube. That's why it's a mixtape. That's why it's on SoundCloud for free. And I do have an EP in the works that I'll talk about later if anybody wants to hear about that. 1-800-CASH now, 1-800-CASH now is just, it's just an idea in my head of wanting cash now, really. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody hustles, right? Everybody got their own grind. Since I was young, I've always been conflicted with, like, doing the right thing or doing the wrong thing, and making money either way. So 1-800-CASH now is really just that battle in my head from being young to even the day now of, like, how I'm going to get money, where I'm going to get it from, and, just that.
What's the first song?
The first song is the intro, 1-800. Visual dropping soon, featuring Ed. You can drop that. It's really just an intro track. The intro is pretty long. It's gonna be fun. There's no sound. Just a second,
The DJ and the feature. Woo, woo.
Hello, you reached 1-800-CASH now. This is DJ The Jenius speaking. Okay, what you need? Where you at? Alright, I'll be on my way. Damn, man. I go all the way to the north side. Hey, somebody pick up that damn phone. Shit. Can't wait till I get a new job, man. Get out this motherfucker. This bullshit again. Now your pin and press pound. 1-800-CASH now. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out. Now your pin and press pound. 1-800-CASH now. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out. Yo, this is what you came for since jumping off the damn porch, shooting at the courts. Tell me what you niggas ain't for. Ballin' like I'm in the league, flossing like between my teeth, shining like a deity, creating just to be at peace. But sometimes you just don't appease. My heart on freeze, it's hard to bleed. I feel like something's wrong with my arteries or artistry. I'm blind and smoke, it's hard to breathe. I'm anxious and I'm stuttering. I'd rather take all the pain than see my mother suffering. Father had a rough life, he died to see his brothers win. But either way, the world gon' spin like Ferguson. We rioted and setting prime examples for our people. Can't be quieted or hushed down. New AP, it's a bust down. They got the brand new slaves in these cuffs now, drugged out. Yeah, that's what everybody love now. So I gotta work my job or take another route. Cause either way, I just can't stay, I gotta make it out. Now your pin and press pound, 1-800-CASH now. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out. Now your pin and press pound, 1-800-CASH now. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Hustling to make it out. Fuck a 9 to 5 when you been hustling to make it out.
It's just the intro, people. All right. So, this project is this something that is reflective of your music growth? Is this a project that will lead to the next project? is this a standalone, just kind of like a promo, like you said, you did it the whole thing overnight, or you did this, like, you recorded the whole thing in one night? Is that what you said? Okay. What did you say?
So each song on this mixtape, Singularity, was, so 1-800 I created in one night, wrote that in one night. Interlude, The Inner World, I wrote that in one night. Every song I hear, like another night, I wrote it. So like Monday through Friday, I wrote like 5 songs.
Okay. So is this reflective of your general process? Is that kind of how you work in general, or is this something like a one-off special thing that you sort of did?
Yeah, so that's exactly what it is. It's a one-off thing. I just recently got into this process. It's exactly why I was so excited to drop it. That's why I've been talking to you about it for so long. That's why I've been anticipating this day. But yeah, I just, creating these songs overnight and then getting in the studio and recording them and then like just feeling good about it, right? That energy just had me real antsy. I wanted to drop these songs all as singles, throughout the last couple months, but I was just like, I'll just wait, I'll just be patient. Because that's what's the best thing for my art has been. I got a lot of songs, like all of these songs on here, that I wrote overnight, but I just never felt the same way about I did with these. And those songs each also have their own value to them. So the reason I've been waiting for those is because I feel like there's still work to be done on those. These right here, these are songs that are in the moment type of feelings, you know what I'm saying? 1-800 Cash Now, that one's more longer lasting. And there's like 3 songs on here that last longer than, the rest of them that you'll hear. You'll notice it. And they'll connect to the next project that I'm dropping. So yeah, this mixtape is just fun. It's fun vibes. You'll see it go up and down. It goes all over the board.
So in your writing process, it's experimental. You push yourself to try different things. Let's talk about the next track and what's the mindset behind the next one.
All right, can you scroll down real quick?
On SoundCloud?
Yeah, on SoundCloud. You just gotta move the mouse to the right. It'll be on this screen. So I wanted to do The Inner World next. Back in the Baddie has been released as a single for the mixtape. I want to play No Fatigue because that's a song that I'm gonna be recording a video to, and everybody here is invited to that. Big Legacy is gonna shoot that video. And I don't know when, but I think if everybody in this room is in that video, it'd be pretty lit. So yeah, we're gonna play No Fatigue. No Fatigue is one of them hype songs. It's very different from the first song. It takes the energy up. It's just a fun song I wrote overnight again. And it kind of, No Fatigue, it doesn't really have too much of a concept, but I haven't dropped music since I graduated high school, really like a project, like you said, a body of work. So No Fatigue is just like, ever since then, I haven't been stopping. Just because I'm not making music don't mean I'm not making moves. I'm out here, I got a lot of fashion stuff I work on, the DJing as well, but I've been trying to, get on point, so No Fatigue is a fun track. We'll play that one.
Just hit a button, Morty, give me a beat. Oh man, okay, alright.
Ballin' like I'm in the league, yeah. Winners all on my team, yeah. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. Living like I'm in a dream, do not get sleep. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. Ballin' like I'm in the league, yeah. Winners all on my team, yeah. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. Living like I'm in a dream, do not get sleep. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. I ain't a shooter, but don't test me, I might cap a nigga. Decapitate his figure, find him in the lake with fishes. Like hot potato heater, burn you, watch out how you grip it. I got an army, I'm the general, like not specific. She on some bullshit, acting shower, bitch, I'm Scottie Pippen. They probably find me picking somewhere, designer slippers. Or like I'm Kobe, catch a fade and I ain't talking clippers. Fly to LA just for the day, I'm just in town for business. Yeah, then it's back to the mill. I ain't gone for like 3 years, but now it's back to the field. Niggas hating like it pays, well shit, if that's how you feel, pay your bills, but beware, yeah, we back on your heels, ayy. Ballin' like I'm in the league, yeah, winners all on my team, yeah. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. Living like I'm in a dream, yeah, do not get sleep. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. Ballin' like I'm in the league, yeah, winners all on my team, yeah. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. Living like I'm in a dream, I do not get sleep. Rouge on no fatigue, rouge on no fatigue. 24/7, 365. Don't we on? I'm finished things.
said, make sure you approach the audience. Approach the artist. Give them your honest feedback. So I got a question in terms of like, you said these come from YouTube, these tracks. All my RDMC students know I'd be like questioning that.
You already know I know that.
So talk to you a little bit about like that. You know, you go through YouTube, you find these hot beats, you grab one, you lace it. Then what?
Well, before I laced it, I did reach out to the producers. That's the step that I always take because, you know what I'm saying, I'd be pissed if somebody took my art and just did something random with it and then just put it out there for the rest of the world to see and I figured that out, you know, that'd be weird. So I did reach out to the artists. All the beats that I use were free. You know, you can find a bunch of free beats on YouTube for anybody out there looking for free beats. And some of them didn't reach out to me. The rest of them were like, you know what I'm saying, the link is there. Make sure, you know, send me what you want, yo. And yeah, that's pretty much the process right there. You can meet a lot of dope artists that way, honestly. If you really mess with their sound, reach out to them because they might be waiting for that one email of the artist that just really messes with their vibe. So don't be shy to use YouTube beats.
Valid. And don't be shy to reach out to the producer of those YouTube beats. Very important. We have some producers in here too. So again, like if you like what you're hearing here and you like how he's smashing these other producers' beats, communicate with them and link up. Let's make something happen. See what can happen from here tonight. What kind of magic could be created just from here, just vibing like this tonight. Could be pretty interesting. So that was dope. What's the next one? Let's keep it moving.
We're gonna go into
Smashed out.
we're gonna do rap right.
What was that song you had showed? You had showed it earlier.
That's not for the mix.
Oh!
You remember
In the headphones.
That's the EP, bro. That's the EP, bro.
Rap right.
We gonna do rap right.
They want rap right. You performed this recently?
I performed it a couple times.
You performed this at the Black Arts Festival.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
It's like I get a lot of good feedback from this one. This is one of those 3 tracks. So 1-800 and Rap Right are definitely 2 tracks. They got the vibe that I've always had, really, and that I'm gonna carry on with. So yeah, Rap Right.
Rap right. It's a banger.
That's right.
And there is a call and response. If you know, don't be shy.
Rap right.
It's a new war, all the rappers panicking like answer shit. My phone ringing off the hook. Fuck that, I ain't answering. Half a step, dancing with the devil, cause I let us in. So let us in, we smoking devils, lettuce, it's our medicine. Final record, let it spin, embedded in my double helix. Figured I should use it then, infuse it with the newest trends. The real never die, we lay the rest and live again. The world keeps dividends, civil war on my citizens. And look at these conditions that we living in. Poor people hustling, the rich splitting dividends. Working to make ends meet at least until we meet the end. Can't keep a friend, so I went and bought a man. I'm just a chip off the old brick like Sandman in 96. Doing shit for excitement on my third strike for indictment. Always rocking some fly shit like my day job was a pilot. Bitches wanna have my kids and build an empire. Lucius line, I heard they beefing with my blood. I guess we resort into violence. More cars, gunshots and sirens. One call, click like I'm all in one shot. On that I'm all in, Spartan, whips and rollins. Know the garments hand painted. I'm a masterpiece walking. Basquiat, Picasso, Bansky, how I used to paint streets. Q-tip, guru influence, how I often slay beats. Ain't nothing changed except we playing for keeps. Get out of way, stay in your lane. I ain't doing the street. No copy me. And these niggas
Act like they can't rap right.
This a motherfucker, they watched it like bad time. Guess I gotta teach them something. I'm living a dad life. These niggas
Act like they can't rap right.
These niggas act like
They can't rap right.
These niggas act like
They can't rap right.
these niggas act like they can't rap right.
That's a real MC anthem right there. It's a real MC anthem. Because we got a lot of rappers. a lot of actors, actor rappers.
What they act like?
Rappers, actors,
What they act like?
It's a lot of interesting subject matter right there in those two words. Rap rights. It's a great song. Great call and response to that rock shows. Anybody any questions they want to shoot at Gene?
I got a question.
Go ahead.
So you made a song called Rap Right, right?
Ooh.
So with that being said, what is the categories or what are you looking for in an MC that makes them rap right?
From one MC to another.
No. I don't know. These songs for somebody to rap right. I don't know. Really, with this song, I was just trying to prove a point. You know, all the songs on this mixtape, they're all over the board. Rap right was me going in. You know what I'm saying? That was me on my MC shit. And really, if they rap like that, then they're good. No, I'm just playing. No, for real though. Yeah, it's all about subject matter. You know, I got songs out here called Smash Out and all that are about, like, you know what I'm saying, materialistic things and, you know what I'm saying, like misogynistic ideas that, you know, just go through my head. But, you know, if you got a purpose with your rap, then I think you rapping right, honestly. If you know what you're doing, if you feel like, if you can put the purpose behind your words, then you got it. You rapping right. I ain't gonna diss no MC like that, but there are people out here who need to hear that track right there.
I'll diss them. Any other questions? We got one in the back.
You think artists need to appreciate the roots and like the old school before they start to create, or do you think that it's okay that people just create based on what they feel? Because I think that people need to appreciate the old school.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah, that's definitely real. You gotta know where it came from, right? You can't just pick something up and be like, oh, this is mine now. Like if I picked up a mic and I was like, oh, now I'm hip hop, and I just did whatever I want with it, and like, what does that mean for the rest of, you know, hip hop that happened before me? The person who dropped the mic, like, you know, what about them? So yeah, and I think that is that happens. Like a lot of the new artists that people are like I don't really like what is they doing? Like that's not even rap. Like they admired the old school '90s artists, or you know, even artists from the '70s that put on for us today. So yeah, Rap Right was that ode to the OGs, I would say.
So, could you please recite your one line that some people might not notice that is flavorful and tasty?
Flavorful and tasty.
Let me hear it one time.
Or do you want to speak?
You talk, all right, so I said, Basquiat, Picasso, Banksy, how I used to paint streets.
Oh,
yeah. I was just, you know, I talked to you about how I started doing graffiti before I picked up a mic. That's what that line was right there. Basquiat, Picasso, Banksy, how I used to paint streets. Q-tip, guru influence, how I often slay beats. Yeah, that's what that was.
It's a bar.
Here's some bars inside of a bar.
Nougat.
Anybody else got any questions for Genius? Awesome.
Rap right.
Awesome. One more in front.
Yeah. So my question would be, just me knowing you personally, you doing all this dope shit that you do, outside of rap and fashion and outside of being a creative, what inspires you outside of creativity? So like out of all the creative shit that goes on, like what inspires you?
I don't even know how to answer that question. So I feel like everything that I do requires some creativity. And if it don't got creativity, then I feel like I'm not doing it. I would just have to say the people around me who aren't creative, if it has to be non-creativity, like the people around me who don't know how to paint, who don't know how to rap. I gotta do it for them, right? I gotta be their voice. I gotta be able to paint what they see or what we talked about. I wanna, you know, I just gotta be that.
The advocate.
Yeah. So that's dope. And also, again, if you're interested in learning how to get busy on the ones and twos, Gene will be an instructor come October. As Ed said, the man is doing a lot of creative things, from the DJing endeavors to the fashion to the music. So you make sure you keep up with this young man. Follow DJ The Jenius. No dots. That was in the past. Give it up again for The Jenius. And go download that mixtape. share it with your friends. Make sure you tell them you heard it first. You heard the intro. You heard it. You was here. Now they got to get up on it. Share that on your social media networks so we can get some buzz going on for this right here. And then we look forward to that video. You got to let them know when they can come show up for that shot. All right?
I got you.
Thank you. Thank you.